which will help you not only now, but probably later on also in your career. So I think it will be important that you note down important points so that you are able to use this information and the knowledge and whatever you learn during this session, not only for your contest but also later in life. Okay, so I will be covering why is it important to eat healthy. Do you think it's important to eat healthy?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in today's session, I will be covering the following topics. The first one would be what to eat, what not to eat, what to eat for a healthy and fit body, what you should do to remain fit. Also, I'll be giving you beauty tips on how to take care of your skin, how to take care of your hair, what you should eat and what you should not eat to have good skin and hair. Then we'll move on to some very practical aspects which you will need for your stage, for your contest. One very important part of any contest is how you introduce yourself on stage. Okay, so we are going to cover how do you give your introduction. Now, introduction is your first impression when you come on stage, when you start speaking, So obviously, one of your first impression is when you come on stage, when someone looks at you, they make an impression out of you. But the first time you speak is usually when you give your introduction. So आप जिस तरह से अपनी introduction देंगे, it will make a big difference, on your impression on not only the judges but also the people who are coming to watch the contest. So I'm going to cover and teach you how to give an introduction. And also then we go to the next very important aspect, which is very important in a contest, is how to answer questions. Because in a contest there is a question answer round and you need to know how to address those questions because it's a very, very critical and important part of the contest. Okay, so let's first start with eating healthy. So how many of you eat healthy? You can be honest. And how many of you exercise regularly? So how important is it to eat healthy and exercise? Is it important?
Yes, sir.
See, it's not only important to exercise and eat healthy for people who want to get into the entertainment industry. Like a lot of you might want to get into the entertainment industry, like you may want to become a model, an actor, go into a reality show, or maybe go into movies, or maybe go into television, right? So it's very important for you to be fit and healthy because if you're not fit, obviously, you may not be able to become a very successful model, right? That I'm sure a lot of you know. So whether you want to get into movies or whether you want to get into television or whether you want to become a model or whether you want to get into reality shows, it's important to be fit and healthy. And also besides this, anyways it's important to be healthy, isn't it? Right? Because if you're not healthy, if you're not fit, you may not be able to give your best in whatever you do. Right? So, बहुत सारी myths होते हैं. There are a lot of myths about eating healthy. A lot of us think that following a healthy diet means not eating foods which we like, right? A lot of people think that हमारी बहुत restrictions follow करनी पड़ेंगी if we follow a diet, but that's not always true. If you follow a balanced diet, then it's not important to restrict everything, right? What I feel is in diet, the most important thing is to have a balanced diet, and moderation is the key word. तो आप जो भी खाते हो उसको moderation में खाओगे तो you will always be able to maintain your diet for a very long time and also be able to eat things which you like eating. Okay. Now coming to what do you mean by a balanced diet? What should you eat? Can anyone tell me? Like how do you divide? Yes.
मॉर्निंग में हमें 8 to 9 के बीच में ब्रेकफास्ट करनी चाहिए और ब्रेकफास्ट में हम ओट्स खा सकते हैं, फ्रूट्स खा सकते हैं या हम देसी घी में फ्राई करके मखाने खा सकते हैं मिल्क के साथ। और उसके बाद फिर जब हम लंच करते हैं तो लंच जो हमारा होता है वो 1 to 2 के बीच में होना चाहिए। उसमें आप हम 2 चपाती और नॉर्मली जो हम घर में सब्जी बनाते हैं वो खा सकते हैं, साथ में दही या दाल खा सकते हैं। उसके बाद इवनिंग में आप कोई भी स्नैक्स खा सकते हैं जो घर का हेल्दी बना हुआ हो। उसके बाद डिनर में 8 o'clock तक डिनर कर देना चाहिए।
Right. Okay. So that's fine. बट आई फील सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट होता है कि सबकी डाइट जो है उनके लाइफस्टाइल, उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स, उनके शेड्यूल, उनके टाइमिंग्स, उनकी लाइक्स और डिसलाइक्स के ऊपर डिपेंड करती है, राइट? सो इट इज़ नॉट वन रूल दैट कि सबकी डाइट सेम होनी चाहिए, यू नो, everyone's diet has to be customized according to their own lifestyle, timings, schedule, likes, dislikes, उनका genetics, वो पहले जब छोटे थे या बचपन में क्या खाते थे, फैमिली क्या खाना पसंद करती है, यू नो, ऑल दोज थिंग्स, प्लस आप किस तरह की सिटी में रहते हो, वहाँ का वेदर कैसा है, वहाँ का क्लाइमेट कैसा है, सो ऑल दोज थिंग्स matter. Also whether you are exercising, what kind of exercise you are doing, उस पे भी आपकी डाइट उस हिसाब से भी you have to modify your diet. Okay? So सबसे पहले it's very important that you calculate, जब आप अपना डाइट प्लान करते हो तो you should first calculate the number of hours जिसके लिए आप जितने number of hours आप awake रहते हो दिन में. So for example अगर आप सुबह 8 बजे सोते हो, सुबह आप अगर 8 बजे उठते हो और रात को फिर 12 बजे सोते हो, तो कितने घंटे आपके हुए टोटल दिन में? 12 आवर्स, 8 to 8 प्लस 4 आवर्स, 8 to 12. So 12 plus 4, 16 hours. So if you are working or if you are awake for, say if you are working for 8 hours but your total time of being awake is say 16 hours. So सबसे पहले first thing is to calculate for how many hours you are awake. तो जैसे हमने कहा अगर आप सुबह 8 बजे उठते हो और 12 बजे सोते हो तो आप 16 घंटे इज योर टोटल टाइम दैट यू आर अवेक. अब इस 16 घंटे को यू डिवाइड बाय 2. सो व्हेन यू डिवाइड 16 बाय 2 इट इज 8, राइट? सो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली यू शुड हैव 8 मील्स इन अ डे. ओके, नाउ इस 8 मील्स में से 3 मील्स जो होते हैं वो मेजर मील्स होते हैं और बाकी स्नैक्स होते हैं या स्मॉल मील्स होते हैं. सो जो 3 मेजर मील्स होते हैं वो क्या होते हैं? ब्रेकफास्ट, लंच एंड डिनर, राइट? एंड बाकी, सो वी सेड कि बिकॉज वी आर अवेक फॉर 16 आवर्स, we divide that by 2, it comes to 8. We should have 8 meals in a day, out of which 3 should be main meals, which is breakfast, lunch and dinner, and the rest can be snacks or small meals, right? So first meal of the day, which is the most important meal, is breakfast, right? Now ideally it is said that when you get up in the morning, you should have the first meal of the day within 20 minutes to half an hour of waking up, right? Unless you have a medical condition, जैसे थायराइड होता है, जैसे जिन लोगों को थायराइड होता है फॉर एग्जांपल, उनको एक मेडिसिन लेनी होती है थायराइड की, तो उसके लिए कभी कभी डॉक्टर उनको बोलते हैं कि थायराइड मेडिसिन खाने की हाफ एन आवर या 1 आवर तक आप कुछ मत खाइए, उसके बाद आप खा सकते हैं. तो एक्सेप्ट these kinds of conditions where you are restricted from eating something for few hours or half an hour or 1 hour post your medicine, उसके अलावा बाकी सबको the best thing to make your metabolism fast is to eat the first meal of the day within 20 minutes to 30 minutes of waking up. तो अगर आप वो breakfast नहीं कर सकते तो उसके अलावा the best thing to start your day is with a fruit or you can have nuts like almonds. तो जैसे अगर आप 8 बजे सुबह उठते हैं तो अराउंड 8:30 पे या 8:30 तक you should have 2 to 4 almonds or you can have 1 fruit, any fruit you like. ठीक है? So this is the best way to start your day, and then you can have your breakfast after 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, depending on your schedule. Because a lot of people say that itni jaldi we cannot eat breakfast, so it's okay. But you should eat something, you know, like a fruit or nuts within 20 to 30 minutes of waking up, right? अब बहुत सारे लोग मॉर्निंग में वार्म वाटर लेते हैं, which is a good